Well, hello, math students. It's Mrs. Kohli. Today I'm going to be teaching you something very important. Please listen up, get some paper, get your pencil, and practice with me today. This is a skill that you're going to use for the rest of your life. And as a third grader, it's really important to understand what the numbers are on a line. And especially when we talk about numbers that are whole numbers, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But there's also parts of a number, which represents the halves, the fourths, the thirds, the 3/4, the 2/5, the 3/6. Those are all parts of a whole. So what I'm going to show you right now, if you're given some number lines like this, and you can see that they created a fraction, or you have a numerator and a denominator together, that is the sign for you to go and you need to figure out the parts that make up the whole. And I'm going to show you how to do this. The first thing you need to do is look at the number that's our denominator. Okay, so it's a 4. So that tells you every one of these numbers on this line is going to have a 4. And just like when we write on a normal line, the top numbers are going to change, but the bottom number stays the same. If you can remember that, that's half the battle. Let's say on your test, they want you to say what part is that there where the star is. Okay, so this is what you would do. Now you've got your 4, which you got from that 4 there. You go 0, what number comes after 0? 1, 2, what number comes after 2? This is 3, this is 4. And if you want to, you could say this is 5. Okay, if they ask you what number this is, remember if it's 4 fourths, if you don't know what that means, you're going to draw a circle or a rectangle and you're going to say, okay, it has 4 parts. The bottom number tells you how many parts. So I would say, okay, I have 4 parts, and how many do I eat out of the pie? The number on top tells you how many parts are shaded, or if you need to think of it as I'm eating some pie or some brownies, then you could say, well, I need to eat all 4 slices. 1 slice, 2 slices, 3 slices, 4 slices. So how much of the pie did I eat? Did I eat the whole pie? Yes. So this means it's 1 whole pie. You ate one, or I ate 1 whole pie. But another way of writing a whole pie is doing it as 4. I ate 4 parts out of the 4 parts. Okay, so this means the same thing. So the final answer would be 4/4. So on your test, they would either say 4/4 or 1. Both of those are correct answers. Now let's try this one. What do we do first? Go circle the denominator, the bottom on the number on the bottom. Then you're going to make your little fraction bars, just like I do, on your piece of paper. What number goes on the bottom or the denominator? The denominator is 3. So that's what I do first. Everything has the same number on the bottom. That tells you how many parts are in, or how many equal parts that number line has. Okay, now all you do on top is you just take and you do it like a regular number line. There's the 0. What number comes after 0? 1, 2, 3, and 4. By the way, 0/4 is called a proper fraction. As you can see, when the number on top is bigger than the number on bottom, we call that improper. It's okay for purposes of today. We can leave this as such, but as you get a little bit more advanced, like a 4th grader, you would know that that equals 1 whole, and then it just starts back over again. So it would be 1 whole and a 4th if it's 5/4, but I don't want to overdo a good thing. So let's just keep focusing on what we're doing right now. Okay, so they want you to say, well, what is 3/3? Okay, so you could say it's 3/3, but they might say, what else is it called? Well, if you need to, draw yourself a little pie and visualize what is 3/3. Okay, the number on the bottom says how many slices or parts are there, and it's 3. So on thirds, I just make the peace sign. And then the number 3 on top says how many slices of that pie did I eat? So I ate 1, 2, 3. So, oh my goodness, I ate the whole pie again. I must be really hungry or something. Okay, so that's another way of writing a whole. 3 over 3 is the same thing as saying 1 whole pie. So far, so good. Okay, let's try this one. This one, you can see that the number on the bottom is a 3. So we need to put a 3 on the bottom. And then we just follow on the number line. Real easy. 3, 4, 5. So what number comes after 5 is 6. Don't freak out. You might be freaking out right now, but don't. Please don't. Okay, so now you have something that's 6/3. How can you draw that as a picture? Because maybe you don't understand what 6/3 is. You're knowing that this looks strange because the 6 is bigger than the 3. Don't worry. We go back to what we know. The denominator is 3. How many equal parts do I create? Well, I'm going to make a circle that has 3 parts. Okay, so I'm going to just draw some circles down here to represent this. Okay, so I'm going to draw some circles that are sliced into thirds, and then we're going to shade them in. And we may or may not use all of these. These are just in case we need them. I'm going to go ahead and use a highlighter because I think it'll make my job a little easier. Okay, so this tells me how many slices I ate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I ate 6 slices, or what's another way of saying 6 slices would be 2 whole pies. I didn't use this one, so if I make too many, I just cross it off. I'm not using it. Okay, so 6/3 is the same thing as 2 whole pies, or 2 whole numbers. So far, so good. Boys and girls, hopefully you're following along. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. This should not be too complicating for us. We just have to look at the most important things. Okay, so what does this star represent? What number? What numerator? What denominator? What fraction? Those are all the same words, just using different terms. Okay, what do I do first? Well, you go to your denominator, the number on the bottom, and everything gets that same number. Just follow my steps, and this is easy. Okay, next step is you're going to go and make a regular number line. Start with your 0. 0, what number comes after 0? 1, what number comes after 1 is 2. So what is the answer? It's a half. And 2 halves equal a whole. Okay, and if you need to, we can go like this and really show our audience that we know what we're talking about. These two are connected. Okay, 3/3 was the same thing as 1 whole, and I drew a picture so that my teacher knows that I understand what I'm talking about. 6/3 is 2 wholes, and these are my pictures that describe why. And this star represents a half. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. I tried to make that as easy as possible for you friends. Just practice. Practice makes perfect, and you're going to be amazing with your fractions too on a number line. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye-bye, boys and girls. Until next time, we'll do some more here soon.